Hello guys and welcome to a brand new video. Today I'm here with Made in Abyss Season 2 episode number 6 reaction. Alright, the previous episode, quite a few things happened. First of all, Reg met that big person, the robot person, and we got a few information from him. One of the biggest information that we got is that Reg and him, they're actually kind of like the same. They're called interference unit, I think that's what he called them. And he talks about how they each layer has like one of them, and they are used to gather information and stuff on all that. And he also says how interference unit cannot go from layer to layer. However, Reg is special. He can do that. So most of the one of the biggest question kind of came to light, who Reg is, but a few new questions also popped up. So yeah, that was that. Now other than that, a few other interesting thing happens. Number one, Rico along with Ma kind of goes to like that cafeteria where she was eating, and there she kind of gets acquainted with Wazukyan a little bit. Not only that, she asks the lunch lady to teach her how to read, and she reads and learns a few of the words and all. And then she gets information that there's probably a place where she can find Nanachi, and she goes there, and she meets Vueko over there, no, not Nanachi, sorry. There was a place where no one goes, and she got curious and maybe thought, she probably thought like she could meet Nanachi over there. That's why she went there, but ended up finding Vueko. And she actually Vueko introduces herself, and she talks about a few things which is kind of interesting. Number one, it seems as if she's been imprisoned here kind of by his friends, the Belaf and what's his name, Wazukyan, probably. I'm pretty sure there's something going on, like they probably did not want to probably imprison her, but there must be something going on. So that's why they were forcefully they were had to do that. Not only that, there's also another thing that she talks about, that is some kind of a greed that she fell into, and because of that, like some kind of a curse happened. There's a lot of things she said which doesn't make proper sense without the full picture. So these are all we have in our head for now. I'm sure we'll get our answers. And she talks about how she has been here, and and all that. And she says like she cannot get out of here, but Rico yanks off those things and takes her out. And they lead her Rico to Belaf's place, where Vueko stays outside, and she goes inside, meets Belaf and Nanachi with Miti. And Nanachi has actually traded her whole self for Miti, and because Miti was what can I say, like Miti was brought here by Bondred, and what's his name, Belaf had to give like almost all of his body to get Miti. So now obviously he needs something in return of Miti, so Nanachi gave her whole self and all that. She's unconscious and everything. Rico decides to help her out, try to help her out, but this person Belaf, he actually wants a fair trade, which is, I think he gives three options, like two of your eyes, your whole innards, or something, another thing she said. So I wonder what he's going to do. Let's see. So this is episode number 6. So yeah, let us begin. I'll be putting the subtitles and the timer here. Sync it to whichever is your preference, and let's start. Okay, here's the countdown. 3, 2, 1, go. Okay, eyes, both legs, half my internal organs. Okay. She's actually thinking about it. Damn. Yeah, like you. Whoa. Okay, yeah, true. Wait. Wait, she's... Oh, wait, she's conscious? Oh my god. Well, what do we do now? I was thinking maybe Vueko could, like, I don't know, like do something here because... But yeah, she cannot come in front of Belaf because she'll probably get brought back to the place and imprisoned again. All right. The luring. Luring, okay. Oh boy, a lot of things happened. Yeah, I really, I still think maybe Vega can do something here. Yeah. Children. Oh no. Hey, move. Yeah. What is happening? Who was that? Oh, the luring that they're talking about in the previous episode. Luring. What in the... What? Wait, what? Yeah. Can't go outside the village. Okay. Oh. Oh. Wow. Okay, interesting. That's how they increase the value of the village. Oh, yeah. Yeah. She's a whistle though, but... Oh, she is still doing that. Can we get Prushka back now? Um, Whoa. Like he has like a compartment to... Oh, that's nice. Oh, wait, what? Wait, that's Prushka? Oh, that's another white whistle. Yeah, crystallized person. That's basically the white whistles. Take it, okay. Yeah, it was her from, like, Ah, okay. Kucha, kucha. Yeah. Oh, wow. Damn. Okay. Hey, stop. What? Everything was so nice, and then he suddenly started. Okay. What the? What is this? Damn, it's like an actual battle happening. Oh, yo, acid or something. Balancing also. Oh, wait, what? Oh boy. Wow, okay. Wait, that's one of the three sages? Juroimo. Oh, this thing is in the opening. That's the sword. Okay. Up until now, I thought Vueko was one of the sages. So yeah, she's not. Nice. Oh my god, you're breaking. Wait, he's dealing damage to the things in the village. Wouldn't it go through the balancing? Yeah. It's cramped and crowded here. Oh. Yeah. Oh, okay. Oh, it's lunch lady. What's her name? I don't remember. Mugi. Yeah, true. Everyone wants to protect it. Yeah. No, the innkeeper is also here. Hmm. Hmm. True. Oh my god, everyone's getting dissolved. Yeah. Ah. Force field sensing organ. Wait, what? Damn, this isn't sucking everything from him. Ah. Oh no, the sword is. Oh my god. But Rico has a plan, so. Oh. Oh, that's a signal. Okay. Ma's so happy. Ma's like. I love the way Ma reacts. Wait, what happened to her head? Oh. Wait. Okay. That's Majikada's new form? And. Hmm. Oh, that's Majikata in the opening that we see her riding. Okay. Wow. Damn. Oh. Wow. Okay. He looks like a grasshopper. Kind of. Oh. Yeah, what's that? It's a mirror. Kind of. Ooh. Oh, okay. They were like, oh my god, that's probably fuel. Yeah. Oh my god. Damn, she's ready with the plans. All planned. Nice. Yeah, now defeat them. Damn. Wow, that was a good plan, like, yeah. Where is Reg? Oh, Reg is still on the way, I think. We defeated it. Yes. I feel like Rico's value is going to increase even more here because of this. I don't know why, but whenever Ma, like, screams, it's just so. Oh yeah, Mugi. Oh, Kasumi. Lighter than air. Okay. Yeah, like, the heat. Wow. Yeah. Hmm. But still. True. People here are the creatures here. Oh my god, it's still not. Oh god. Oh my god, stop. Is it going to explode? It's going to explode. Oh no. Oh my god. No, stop. Why? Don't do that, please. Oh my god. Why? Or the value. The value of mark probably increased. Wait, what? Oh, okay. Oh, so we'll see the power of the flute now. Whoa! Wait, what the? Wait, who? Who's that? Is that Reg? The thing changed in. Wait, what? Where did she get all of this? Oh, because of the white whistle. Ah, those things that he's wearing, those are relics. Yeah, obviously, the things that Reg is wearing. And you could say Reg himself probably is a relic, kind of, you could say. Damn, look at that. Oh, I love Reg's new look. Wow, I love his new look. Oh, wait, what the? Oh, oh, okay. Oh, Wazukian is here. Oh, it comes, changes back. Queen? What? Ah, oh. Ah. True. That's why they are like, ma. Yeah, that's the thing. Even a part of up. Oh, well, I feel like Red could do something here, probably. Yeah. Hmm. Yeah. Okay. I'm most desire and most fear. Oh yeah, the wait. Just now, did Wazukian was here? Did he see? Didn't Wazukian see her? Hmm. Managing of relics. Where did it go? Okay, there you go. She was one of the sages. Okay. Hmm. Okay. It must be the thing you talked of. A true resident of the Golden City. Oh, she was hiding. You're scared. Interesting. Okay, Irumi. Oh, is this the little child? Okay, so I was actually wrong. Up until now, I thought the little child that we saw with, in the past with Vueko, I thought that child was Faputa. But no, that's not it. I'm guessing this Irumuri that she's talking about is the little girl that we saw in the end. Okay, so Fakuta is someone different. Alright. Another thing we got to know here is like Reg was probably the original residents of the Golden City. Which probably would make so much sense because Fakuta actually knows him. So if he was actually like the original resident of this place, then it would make sense why Faputa knew him. They were probably friends when they were younger, and something happened, and Reg, like, is now where he is. He got amnesia and he doesn't remember anything. So, yeah, I'm guessing that's probably what happened. And there you go. That's it. Yep. All right, this episode. Now we begin with the whole situation about Belaf, Mitty, and Nanachi, and it's, oh boy, like, Rico is Rico. Like the thing that she was thinking was like, oh, like, my eyes. If I should give my eyes away, like, will it actually like hamper my journey? Like, she's thinking about whether it's going to affect the journey. We saw her do this before as well. I think in season 1 he did a similar thing where she just thought about, like, oh, like, one of my body parts is going to go away, but will it, like, actually affect my journey? That's what she cares about. And it's so crazy and scary at the same time that a girl, like, a young girl like her is actually thinking of something like that. She's not like, fearing the fact that she'll get hurt, or she'll be missing one of her body parts. She's fearing the fact that she cannot go on the journey, which is just, my god, like, yeah, it's impressive, but at the same time it's scary as well. Like, like, how can someone think of something like that, in this way? So it's as if, like, her whole body is just a tool for completing the journey. She's acting as if it's like that. She doesn't care what happens to her. Her main goal is completing the journey, and she will do that. Like I said, it's impressive in a way, but at the same time it's scary. But yeah, anyways, obviously this is Rico, so she's just, like, she's thinking like, oh, like, my innards, I don't know, like, what's going to happen if I give out my innards, my legs. Obviously I can let Reg carry me, but I don't think that's going to go far, enough. I would be able to go far enough with that. And she's thinking of all of that, and while she was thinking, Majikaza comes and stops her, and Majikaza is like, no, stop. Like, like, if either of it you give away, you are going to be affected. True, like, like, if you give some of your innards, yeah, like, like, it's going to affect you either way, and you probably won't, like, like, live a full life with that. Not only that, Majikaza, like, you know, like he cares about value. So that's why he didn't want Riko's value to go down. That's why he was also probably stopping her. And while all of this was happening, Nanachi kind of wakes up a little bit, and Nanachi's like, oh, I'm sorry, like, you know, like, Riko, you don't have to do anything here. You go, continue your journey. I'll be here with Meiti. And I'm guessing she's probably like in a, like, you know, like a trance type of a state where she's like, you know, like coming and going, that type of a thing. Her consciousness is not here one time and another time it's probably coming back. It's kind of like that, I'm guessing. So yeah. Now Riko's not having it, but Majikaza forcefully takes her out. And yeah, now outside, you know, like Vueko is concerned. Vueko's like, what has happened? And she explains everything. Like, she talks about how Belaf took Nanachi and all that. And while all of this was happening, Majikaza is just looking at Vueko, and Majikaza is like, who are you? And Vueko is just freaking out. Now, okay, so Riko, like, you know, obviously Riko's main target here is now saving Nanachi, and Riko's like Vueko, can you please tell me a way of helping Nanachi out? And I was also thinking of the same thing. I was thinking, like, you know, maybe Vueko has some ideas about what to do. So, you know, like, she asks that, and Vueko is like, okay, you know what? Before all of that, the luring is happening here. Let's go and see that. Okay, you know what? Let me read this part. When Riko asks, like, there's any way to bring Nanachi back, she says, like, okay, let's see. The arrow, the thing comes in, and she realizes that the luring is happening. And seeing that, she says, ah, that's right. There, see, the big one's here. It's the luring. Okay, so yeah, she's like, okay, let's go and see this first, then I will think about that. Now, here I was a little bit confused. I was like, what is happening here? Like, it's like a weird jelly type thing, you know, and people are attacking it, and I'm like, okay, what's happening here? And here Majikaza kind of explains, no, not Majikaza, sorry, Vueko explains. Okay, she says that the residents of this village, the Hollows, they can't go outside the village, you see. That's why they will lure in a creature from outside and hunt it like this. Okay, it increases the total value of the village and enriches it. Okay, so yeah, so that's what is happening. Basically, they lured this monster in. It's going to kill this monster and increase the value of the, like, you know, of the village. Now, here's the interesting thing. As far as I can understand, you know, they're able to do this. They cannot do anything like this with the residents of this village because they are under the village's protection. Since this creature is from the outside the village, you know, they take it in, kill it, and, you know, gains and the value gets added to the village, I'm guessing, and it enriches the village. So there you go, that's the thing. So basically, anything outside the village, you know, obviously everything in this world has a value, you know. The residents in this village are only protected by the village. And, you know, like, if some type of, like, you know, like, you know, like destruction of value happens in this village, the balancing happens and it's actually compensated like that. That's only for the residents of this village and people in this village, you know. Anything outside the village does not fall under that, so they can do anything to stuff which comes from outside the village. This thing is from outside the village. It is not under the village's protection, so that's why they bring it inside the village, slaughter it, and the value that it has gets added to the village because this thing was not under the protection of the village. That's what I think, you know. Like, basically this, you know, like, let's take the village as like a big orb of value. Let's say the whole village's value is like 100 or something, and like I said, everything in this world has value. This creature, it probably has a value of 2, I'm guessing. I'm just like, you know, like assuming that it has a value of 2. This thing is outside the village. Inside the village, within that 100 value that the village has, nothing gets misplaced. If something of value gets destroyed, you know, the balancing happens and it's compensated, you know. and that's how it happens. So the 100 value is always 100, but if you bring something from outside, that 2 value, that creature that we saw which has 2 value, if you bring that from outside and bring it inside the village, kill it, that value gets added into the village because it was not under the protection of the village. It is something that you got from outside, so that 2 gets added to you. So now the village is 102. I'm guessing that's how it happens, just my guess, that using pure mathematics, that's how I think it probably happens. And that's how it enriches itself. It increases its value, little by little, and that's called the luring and something like that. So okay, now here Riko's like, oh my god, Prushka is in trouble, like danger, like she quickly goes towards the place where Prushka was. And for a moment I thought that guy was still doing something to Prushka, but no, that was not Prushka, that was something else. So she comes in and she's like, where's Prushka? And he's like, all right, like she kept her in like a safe place, takes Prushka out, gives it to Riko, and Prushka looks really good, and like he said, he actually increased the value of Prushka, took out everything from Prushka and made Prushka the perfect form, gave it the perfect form. It looks like a musical instrument, kind of, so that's why it has a maximum value now. So yeah, that's what he wanted to do, and he was successful. That's why he's like, you know what, here you go, I've increased the value, the maximum amount that I can, and this is yours, you take it, and gives it to her. Now okay, I cannot bring any more value from this stone. I'll give it to you, take it and run. Now everything was going so well and everything, like and this guy suddenly starts talking about how it was so okay. Here we go, I fashioned it, then oh my god, then I climaxed. Like, what, dude, everything was so nice, like he was like, I was like, oh, this is such a nice guy, like he did something for us. And then he suddenly says that, and I'm like, all right, well, yeah. The people here are crazy. Like, everything in this show is crazy, like, Oh, now after that we get outside, and the battle is still happening. There's like like big monster things, they're coming outside and fighting this thing, but this thing is very strong. It's getting inside the people's bodies and dissolving them. And like Riko says, like, you guys have actually fought this before, you just said it, so what do you do? Yeah, Kaja says, like, Kaja remembers seeing it, this one came before. It underwent a lot of balancing of values but escaped the village before being whittled completely away. Yeah, wasn't that big before though. It's acquired a taste for hollow, so it ate hollows outside, I'm guessing. Okay, now this is going towards it started going towards the market. And now here's the surprising part. I thought that what's the name, Vueko was one of the sages. No, apparently not. Wazukyan, Belaf, and Juroi, oh my god, what's Jurimo, he's one of them. Vueko's like, the 3 sages, like she's like, what the hell is this? So that's who's taking the role now. It's so weird if it brings out like a sword from inside it, like I don't know why, but in the opening, this whole thing where it brings out like a sword, it looks so cool. But here, when it brings out the sword, I'm like, oh my god, that's weird. And but in the opening, the way they showed it, it was so cool, like it's as if like I'm taking out a thing from inside. And here it's like, okay. Oh boy. But either way, this thing was strong. This is very strong. But like the other monster creature thing was even stronger. It takes out the sword and fights, but like it's a mismatch of opponents. This thing is like, kind of has like acidic powers or whatever. It's like dissolves things. So this sword is not doing anything, like, to it. Not doing much of it. But Jurimo, I think what's his name? Jurimo, yeah. He tries to like fight it, but unfortunately it doesn't deal much damage. And okay, now Majikaja says like this is bad. That great sword isn't working well. Oh, okay, yeah. He kind of explains why it was not like working well, because they were like in a okay. It should be able to emit an ancient power. It's cramped and crowded here. Sword cannot be used. There you go. So yeah, this thing is probably strong. The Jurimo, the one of the sages, he's probably strong, but the situation was not good. Like he was getting, he was in a cramped situation. The sword cannot take out its power, and like this thing is melting everything. So it's a disadvantageous situation. So that's why it was losing. Okay. Okay, now one thing, Rico asks like, why doesn't the other sages come? Majika says they won't appear unless the membrane is broken. Juramo is different. He just came out because he wanted to fight this thing. So okay, now while everything was happening, in comes Mugi, the lunch lady. Her name is Mugi, and she's like, Rico, like it's dangerous here. You should go. And Rico's like, why, like what are you going to do? Like, and Mugi's like, this is like whatever you say, this place is our home. Like this marketplace and everything is like our backbone. We cannot let this get destroyed. So yeah, we will fight. And obviously Rico's like, can I do something, Mugi? And Mugi's like, no, you should save yourself. Save your value for who needs it. Like for Nanachi, Miti, Reg. Like you don't have to use it here. Now here Vueko says something to Rico. Okay, Vueko says, well, no one can leave the village, right? We don't even know what that creature is. Okay, you really mean it? Is that insensitive of me? Is it true no one knows anything about that creature? That thing, okay, but Rico knows. This part I was a little bit confused. I was like, wait, so Rico knows what this thing is? I guess because she has like, like she has learned a lot of things about these situations and all. They were taught about all of this. Okay, she says this thing is a force field sensing organ. Oh, is that why they use the membrane, that like that reflection thing, to stop it? Because it actually like like it detects force fields. Makes sense. I was like, yeah, how did it work? So that's why. Those 5 cylinders, they are ice, and its body, it's floating without the force field, which means she makes up a plan, which is kind of impressive, because like the way she made up that plan was really well done, because I don't think anyone could have made a plan like that quickly. And like he tells Majika like, I have a plan, like let's help me out, prepare something for me. Now Jurimo, he stops moving, and it's almost dead, I think. And Vueko informs Rico using that signal thing. And Ma is like, Ma just runs back, and I love Ma. Ma is just like, Ma's like a, what can I say? Like, the way like Ma screams and the way Ma moves, it's just so I don't know what to say. It's such a great thing to watch. I feel like like everything that Ma does is so entertaining and so cute. Like like she's like, Ma, just moving like that. Oh my god. Oh, Ma is great. The voice as well. The voice acting is just perfect, I feel like. Okay, now we see Rico has cut off her hair. Majikaja has a different form. Okay, Majikaja has received a tuft of hair. So as long as there is value, Kaja can use a fast body and be reckless. That's why she cut her hair. Makes sense. So basically, he needed something of value to use a stronger body. And Rico has value. Rico's hair has value. So that's why Rico gave him a tuft of hair, which is why he could use, like, and it's like kind of like equivalent exchange, you feel like, if you like think of it like this, like, in replacement of Rico's hair, he got a strong body. Basically that, like, this is a lot like, like alchemy, Full Metal Alchemist, that whole thing of like equivalent exchange, something like that, like Rico's hair has value, that's why exchanging that he was able to get the strong body, which also has value. So like, equivalent exchange, something like that, I'm guessing. So now everyone's ready, like everyone has a plan. Rico has a plan, the thing comes in, attacking them in the market. Rico lures in the thing, gets on top of Kaja and starts running, like with the Kaja's, like, strong body riding on top of him, and this thing is following them. So like a chase happens, like Kaja almost fell down, which was probably blessing in disguise, otherwise the attack would have hit them, and lures him out, to that place with that thing, the membrane, the mist thing that was there, and goes through it. This thing, however, since I think that was why he stopped, I was wondering why did he not go through it, just like how Rico and they went through it. He can, like, he can detect, like, force fields, and that was the reason why he stopped. I'm guessing he probably is blind or something, cannot see. It just detects the force fields and everything, and that's how he is able to maneuver and go around. So because of that, it suddenly saw that force field in front of him, didn't realize that you can go through it. That's why he thought it was a wall or something and just stopped over there. And yeah, I was at that moment, I was wondering, like, they went through it, why did this thing stop? Because of that, because it's detecting the force field only, and that's why it stopped. It didn't realize that you can go through it. Now the thing is stopped over there. Now this is the first part of the plan. They lured him in to a certain position. Okay, now, and it starts like kind of doing something like to the reflection. It's intimidating itself or something, I don't know, as Virko says. But yeah, this is first part of the plan. It's in the perfect place for the second part of the plan to start. There's a lot of, like, other hollows who has this firepower, and there's probably oil or something. Starts the fire, and it all goes, and underneath this thing an explosion happens, and Rico uses the science power here, basically. So like Rico said, this thing is, like, lightweight. She says after this that, like, since this thing doesn't uses the membrane or the force field to, like, to fly or float, she realized this thing is probably very light in itself. So that's why she used that explosion, which, like, brought a huge gust of wind, hot wind, which blew, and this thing got launched up on top because of the hot wind, the explosion that came. It started floating up, because hot wind is very, like, I think very light. Yeah, like, like the density decreases. Yeah, so like it goes up, and there's like a net on top of it where it gets stuck, and that is when the wire team, the other team, brings down the net and just holds it down. Good plan, like a very well made plan, I have to say. Like, Rico used the weaknesses of this thing to actually put it into a situation like this. Now everyone starts stabbing it and, like, attacking it, and, like, like it's little by little it's kind of getting destroyed. So yeah, we thought, like, at that moment, like, it's almost dead, and everyone's happy. Like, Ma is happy. Ma gives out the war cry or the victory cry, and everyone's like, yeah. And yeah, Rico's like the hero. Everyone's like, like very happy with Rico. Movie comes in, And Mugi's like, oh, this was something you did. And she explains the whole thing that I said, you know, like the whole lighter than wind, that's why she was able to do it. Now, Mugi says that, where is that? Oh, Mugi says that why did you, like, you know, sacrifice your precious hair? You should use stuff that you have for your own self, you know, like, and your friends. So, and she's like, ah, it's fine. And she talks about how the leader taught her that help people out in the, like, you know, abyss, you know, like, because someday or the other that thing is going to come back to you and going to help you out as well. Like, here you go, when cave raiders are saved, we go on and save others. That way we might be on the receiving end again, right? There you go. What a beautiful way of thinking, you know, like what a beautiful philosophy, you could say, or something. Like, if everyone in this world thought of, like, you know, thought like that, then this world would be such a better place. Like, you know, like, help others so that, you know, like, that thing comes back to you one day. And yeah. Now, while all of this was happening, this thing starts, like, you know, moving again. And oh my god, this part was very dangerous. Like, you know, like, the thing kind of goes out and, like, you know, gets a lot of them, probably was trying to consume it. Majikata dodged. I saw that Majikata dodged itself, and Riko was almost going to get attacked, but, you know, Ma comes in, our savior, you know, and almost sacrifices himself. And I was like, please don't do this. Like, you know, what do you have? Like, you know, what type of grudge you have with this thing? You know, like, this thing almost died twice before this, and you're trying to kill it again. The first time that whole balancing thing happened, then later on as well, like, you know, like, Ma again almost died, and now again. And I'm like, stop, please. Because, like I said, this show is crazy. It kills off characters left and right. So I'm actually scared whenever someone's situation like this happens, you know, to someone. I'm like, oh my god, it's probably going to die. So there you go. And you know, like, Riko sees that, and now here, you know what, I thought a different thing is going to happen. You know, what I thought was Ma's value for Riko increased here, you know, because I'm pretty sure Riko, by now, Riko thinks of Ma as a good friend. So I thought maybe that was why maybe the village would actually protect Ma or something, you know, the balancing would start or something like that would happen. I was thinking, you know, because the value of Ma for Riko increased, and that's why, like, you know, like, something like that I thought was going to happen. But turns out something different happened, where Prushka comes in, you know, since Prushka has changed, like, you know, her full power has come out now, you know, Prushka, like, you know, like a vision of Prushka comes in, and Prushka's like, use me, Riko, like, you know, you can do it, I'm going to help you out. And Riko blows the whistle, and I don't know what the hell happened here. For a moment, you know, I thought, like, it was like this blade, like, you know, started coming and cutting off those things. I was like, oh, is this Prushka's new power? Turns out, kind of, it's part of the power, because that was not Prushka, but Reg, who got affected by it. Reg probably was on the way, and he saw that, and because of Prushka's, like, you know, power, Reg's relics changed, and, you know, like, he went and started fighting. And, like, and I was easily able to defeat it. Now, it took me a while to understand what was happening. First of all, Reg's like, you know, armor change color, like, you know, Reg's armor's color change. I was like, wow, this looks really good on him. You know, that white armor, white or grayish type of armor, silver, that's probably silver color, yeah, that type of armor. Now, here Riko remembers, like, you know, like, Wanred saying that the timber has the power to draw out the true purpose of relics. Now, here for a moment, I was like, okay, so it was probably because, you know, like, Reg himself as a person, you know, like, we still don't know who Reg actually is, you know, like, that guy called him an interference unit. So I was like, okay, maybe Reg is also kind of like a relic or something, you know, it probably falls in one of those categories. But probably not, as far as I can understand, because only the color of the helmet and the armor changed. So I'm guessing those were the only relics that got affected. I thought those were also affected, and Reg himself probably also fell under the category of a relic, and that's why he also was able to gain power. I'm probably mistaken. Reg had no, like, Reg is like that, the Reg, but the power that he suddenly got was probably because of the helmet and the armor and all those things that he had on him. And that's the power that Prushka brought out, the power boost that Reg got. That was why. Because when the effect stops, like, the color changes back to black, the color of the armor and the helmet. Now this thing has died, like Reg realizes that, and here Wazukyan comes in, and Wazukyan talks about how, like, this is like an actual colony. It has like a queen and the males. When the queen dies, the queen died, so the remaining ones divided up the nest and left to make a new queen. So yeah, that was what was happening here basically. And you can see how he's so calm and cool, and he's like, oh, hey, like, like, let's do a high five, hey, and he does that, and he talks like that. Later on we get to know, that Wazukyan was actually afraid looking at Reg here. But he, like, looking at, not looking, but seeing, like, listening to his tone of voice, it doesn't seem like that here. Now here Riko asks him, like, how can I get Nanachi back? And he says something interesting. He says, like, if you can get hands even in a part of Faputa, the embodiment of value, maybe then. Which is, I think, true, because Faputa is the most valuable thing here. If you can get something of value from Faputa, that'll probably work, because Belaf can probably exchange it for that. So yeah, that's the only way. And like, Reg knows Faputa, so maybe he can do something. But Faputa and Reg are kind of having a fight now, I'm guessing. But we'll see. Like, Reg is probably going to meet her again and probably explain the situation. I wonder how Faputa is going to react. We'll see. I'm pretty sure Faputa will probably give a condition of her own, say something like, oh, Reg, you stay with me or something, only then I'll help you, or something like that. She'll probably bring up one of her own conditions, I think, in return of helping them. But yeah, that'll probably happen in upcoming episodes. We'll see. But now everyone's, like, in the room, and like, they're talking, and here Riko asks, like, who is Faputa? And Reg talks who is Faputa, tells that, what, yeah, I think we should talk to Faputa again. I'll try and convince her. And Reg goes on his way. Okay, Riko says, what is exactly is Faputa? She says that the embodiment of value and the thing we most desire and also most fear. This is an interesting statement. Now, while all of this was happening, Mugi, she's like, wait, who the hell are you? Which, yeah, like, you suddenly hear, who are you? And here I realized, I was like, wait a minute, wasn't Wazukyan there with them? Didn't he see her? And then we saw the flashback where we see her actually hiding, and I'm like, okay, so Wazukyan was probably not able to see her. She was hiding from, like, his sight. Now, Riko was almost going to, because, like, oh, Riko is one who I saved from the, and she's like, it's okay. And if they catch me, then I'll never be able to tell my story, right? And she's like, all right, let me explain it. And she talks about the suicide squads, the ganja, the members who believed in the golden city resting in the depths of Netherworld and set out for it. She was in, I think, here you go. I was in the charge of managing relics and looking after devoted believers. Okay, my name is Vueroko, and I was one of the 3 sages. There you go. She was one of the 3 sages. Okay. She says, I've never had an audience with the princess, but I know what the embodiment of value desires. If I tell you everything, there's probably no turning back. Okay, not all that. So she knows what Faputa desires. I was thinking she was going to probably ask something for Reg, you know, like she was probably going to say like, oh Reg, you be with me, you know, like don't go back or something like that. But maybe there's a different way to actually convince her. We'll see. Okay, now she says like I'm guessing the next episode we're probably going to get to know their story, the past story that we have, like, you know, like being hinted with little, like, you know, in the first episode we got a little bit of hint what happened. Little by little we got more hints. I'm guessing the next episode we'll get to that story, because here she says like, well, they say here is out of sync with the outside world. So I'm not sure how long ago this would be in terms of your time. There you go. So basically she's starting a story, which means a flashback episode next week. Not flashback, but like, you know, like the past episode, the backstory episode or whatever. And she talks, like tells, like, you know, brings up a name, Irumyuui, which I think is that girl, the girl we saw, the little girl. I thought that girl was Faputa. I'm wrong, I think. You know, because the way she reacted to Faputa, you know, no, she's not that girl. Now, Faputa is someone different. Faputa is the Princess of Hollows, while Irumyuui is, I think, that little girl that she was friendly with. And she says, I wonder if you sent these children. He must be that thing you talked about, a true resident of the Golden City. Another big, you know, like a revelation. Reg is probably a resident of the Golden City. He says like, hey Ymir, did you see it? The way Wazukan's face looked, he still gets that scared, huh? Well, there you go. Wazukan was scared, but the way he was talking there, we never thought. And then we get like a scene of like an egg. He says, my cute Irumyuui, your existence, your desires, your memories, the time has come to dredge all that up. So basically she's going to start a story the next episode. We're going to get the actual past, what happened in the past, that episode. So there you go. So we got a lot of new information here as well. Prushka got a new power. She can increase the power of the relics. One of the biggest thing that we got to know here is that Reg is probably a person, a resident of this city. Now this could answer so many questions. Why Faputa knows Reg? Basically that Faputa is a person who stays here. So if Reg was a resident of this place, maybe they were friends when they were children. And then he forgot something and all of this happened. Something like that could happen, I guess. That could be a viable reason why, you know, like Faputa knows Reg. But yeah, so there you go. We're getting like a lot of hints about who Reg is little by little. So, but like puzzle pieces, it's kind of, you know. But yeah, so there you go. That was it. That was this episode. This was episode number 6 of Made in Abyss season 2. If you guys enjoyed this video, be sure to press the like button, subscribe if you're new to the channel, or you haven't subscribed, and comment down below anything you want to say, anything you want to let me know, and I'll check them out. That is it, guys. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys next week with another episode of Made in Abyss season 2. Until then, goodbye and have a nice day.